Hi friends. So we are going to continue on with day 4 of our hair challenge that we're doing. And of course, day 4, typically for me now that I've hair trained, I'm still good to go, as you can see, with that just original shampoo and conditioner. As you guys know, I use the Lysair shampoo and conditioner. That was used on day 1. We're now at day 4 and we're still doing all right. Okay. But what I have learned and what I want to share with you is a couple things. Number one, when we were younger, we would go to bed with wet heads all the time. I want you to rethink that if you or your kids are going to bed with a wet head, because so many conditions start with going to bed with a wet head. I know when I was little, I always had this concern with this little rash around the back of my neck. I would wake up because I had all that wet hair sitting there. So it's always healthier to go to bed with a dry head. The other thing is that wet hair is the most liable for damage. So when your hair is wet, it is at its weakest. So what I have found, and I think many of you that have been watching me have seen this, is that my hair has changed dramatically just in the time that I've been extending between washings. And so I want to explain why that's so important. It's important because when your hair is wet, it is weak, and when your hair is wet, it is more apt to damage. And so as I progressed through training my hair, getting longer and longer between washings, one of the things that became super important as I started with this product to help with that is learning when to start using this dry shampoo. And what I always thought was, well, wait until I actually need it. But that's not the case. And if you hang out with me and you listen to this, what I want you to know is that I'm going to teach you this. If you are somebody who washes your hair every single day, you're going to use this the night before you would need to wash. So for me, I was typically getting 4 good days, and on day 5, I would need to wash my hair. Now I'm extended to day 8, and I want to show you how I do it. So tomorrow would be day 5, and tomorrow would be the day that I would normally need to wash my hair. So instead of doing that, and listen, you're always going to want to tap this. This is not aerosol. So you're going to want to tap this delivery mechanism that is incredible, and you're going to want to start the day before you would normally have to wash. And I do this at night. I know this is new to think about doing dry shampoo at night instead of right before you leave the house in the morning. But with this product, what you're doing is you're giving it time to work. Now, did you notice how I lifted the hair and I put this in at my root? That is because, and do you notice that I'm not choking from breathing things in? I'm putting it in at the root because the root is where we need the product, not down here, up in here. And so as we lift and we place this in, what happens is that we begin to take care of absorbing that oil. But what I have found is that if I do this at the end of my day, guys, look at the difference in lift already. If I do this at the beginning of the day, it's not as effective as if I do this at the end of my day before I would normally need to wash. So that's how this product goes in. These are my, as Ryan would call them, super blondes. So y'all, that is not powder. That is my super blondes coming through. As I age, those come through. And I will tell you, it's random how bright they are, and it always depends on the season. But what I want you guys to know is that as you put this through your hair, it is going to fade into your hair. You're going to get lift. You're going to get body. You are going to start to notice that as you wake up in the morning on the day you would normally need to wash, this has effectively worked overnight. Now, this has 22,000 plus pumps in it. So I do not want you to think at pump 15, oh my word, I'm overusing, because that's not the case. You need to simply use what you need to use in order to make sure that all of your roots are handled with this product. Now, a tip for this is, again, bang it before you use it. Bang it halfway through using it, because this is not aerosol. I will never use aerosol products. I do not believe in them because of the fact that they are creating aerosol, meaning you are inhaling things deeply. It comes with added chemical. Guys, this stuff is magic for extending the length between washings, and therefore, let me fix this, and therefore also giving you incredible health to your scalp and your hair. Now, no itching, no buildup, dissolves right into the scalp. And as you guys can see, like those are my super blondes, but there's no white powder hanging out in my hair. That is so important. I also wanted to wear black for a really important reason, because I want you to know that this powder goes where you put it. It does not fly all over the place. Super, super important factor number 2, right? Because we don't want a cloud of things that we're inhaling when we just want to take care of root. So again, you're going to use this product the day before you would typically need to wash. Now, if you say, Jody, my goodness, I need to wash every single day, we're going to start to elongate that for you by training your hair. So if you wash every single day, guess what you're going to do? Day 1, you washed in the morning. At night, you're going to do your dry shampoo. In the morning, you're going to wake up. You're going to skip that wash. Okay? And we're just going to try to keep extending that time for you. Now, this is day 4 for me. I did my first add-in of dry shampoo. I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up. No showering my hair, no shampooing my hair, okay? And then tomorrow night, dry shampoo again, and I'll be back with another video for day 5. Also, y'all have been asking about the moisture with my lips. That has not really been the case in past years, and I will tell you that this right here is a jar of absolute wonderful moisture. This is our lip hydration. Guys, this thing is going to last you forever. Look at that. It is just so emollient. It stays on the lips. It guards the lips. And I use this morning and night. And I also tap a little bit over my lips before I go outside for a really long time. This is going to last and last and last you. And I'm going to tell you what, if you are sick of not having moisturized lips, try this, because I have yet to have somebody say, oh, wow, that didn't work. All right. So today, just to recap, we talked about shampoo and conditioner. We talked about the dry shampoo and how and when to use it. And if you have questions, just post them below. Talked about that. And then we also talked about lip hydration, which is what's giving me that great hydrated lip, even in the depths of despair of winter. So ask your questions below, and just know that I'm here to come alongside you to get your best hair. And you guys, just make sure you're flipping that head. And also, I didn't bring it with me. Yes, I did. Also, don't be afraid then to take your brush and kind of brush it into that hair before you go to bed, all right? Because that will help disperse what we've put on. Go to bed, sleep on it, let it work, and let me know how your mornings are working out. Hi, everybody. Here we are, day 5. So what are your tips, tricks, hints when it comes to your dry shampoo? Well, you're going to want to tap that bottle, like tap it on a countertop, and that's going to help it really exit the bottle very, very freely. This system is not an aerosol system, so because it's a powder and a non-aerosol system, occasionally you're going to have to snap that bottle, and that's going to make that dry shampoo come out perfectly for you right where you want it. So here we are at day 5. Typically by day 5, I'd have washed my hair 5 times when I was first starting to hair train. What is it that dry shampoo can do for your hair? It's going to add texture. It's going to add lift and body. It's definitely going to go in at that root line and add that lift. It's going to extend life of color. So here is the situation. Day 5, this is what I'm going to do. Tonight before I go to bed, I'm going to dry shampoo my hair right at that root line. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to wake up. My hair is going to be ready to go again. Now, real briefly, I wanted to share with you a couple things that happened today, just because it really had me thinking, and I wanted to share with you. So today I had an appointment, and during my appointment, I said to the doctor that I was very concerned because this is a familial thing that, you know, we're looking at and that we are staying on top of, and that I wanted to make sure that I was really on top of these things. And she said to me, that is the case, that it is familial. But she said, one thing I really want you to keep in mind is that your environmental risk factors are completely different. And we went over them. And she said one of the things that you do all the time is that you use a physical sunscreen. You have different areas that you're living in. You have different ways that you're living your life. You're more educated on health of skin and health in general. So what I want you guys to really be thinking about is this is what I do every single day, is that I educate on how to diminish environmental load. And so isn't it crazy that we now have physicians saying, listen, environmental load is such a massive contributor to what it is that's going on health-wise in our lives. And so I wanted to present that to you because what I want you to know is that even if something is a risk factor for you because of familial risk factor, like let's just say we're talking about melanoma. You know, we now know that melanoma can be genetic, right? And so even though you have those familial ties to that problem, much of that problem expressing itself can be caused by your environment and because of choices, right? And so this is what's so fantastic is that we do have control over our environment, the things that we are applying, the things we're spraying, the things that we are really allowing our body to be around. And so I wanted to share that with you because I think that that's a really important aspect of what we do at Norwex, and also ties back into something like this, where Norwex produces a product. The product's really great. The product's something I never, ever would have used before because most of them are aerosol. And I cannot get down with aerosol applications because that is something you're breathing in on a really like small level. So for instance, sunscreens, I do not use aerosolized sunscreens for that point. And I don't use spray sunscreens either. So it's just one of those things where it's really cool to put all these things together and understand that what we do and how we do it is super, super important to overall health of not only us, but the planet. All right. I hope you guys have a really good day. If you're following along with me, again, this is day 5, and we're definitely going to make it to day 8. Talk to you soon.